This Hobo Yeti coming at you on a Saturday afternoon. Moving my campsite, and I figured I'd do a gear video. Show you what I've got. Starting over here, we've got, let me sit down, the Invoker, which is like a foam self-inflatable mattress. It's really very warm and needed for the weather. And then I've got the Blue Mat, which goes underneath it to keep any kind of extra tears. I just had it extra. I don't necessarily need it. And I got a wool army blanket in there, which is very helpful. By itself, it's pretty thin and doesn't do anything. But if you combine it with another blanket or a quilt or a camping quilt or something, it really, really helps. Over here, I've got my sleeping bag. It's 0 to 30 degrees. And so far I have not been cold with it. I've got my thermoses, and I got like a little water or keep it cool or keep it hot all day. I've got some contractor bags. Those are great for just about everything. Keeping your stuff dry, or if you need a place to sit, whatever. In the first yellow bag, I've got my tent. And the tent is I guess it's a 3-person tent, but, you know, for a guy my size, it's about a 2-person. It's about 7 foot long by 4 feet wide by 4.5 feet tall. And it's standalone. And standalone is great because you don't have to worry about staking anything into the ground. I think it did come with stakes, but I got rid of them. And it's actually a great little tent because it's got some vents in it. In the Rainfly, it's got some vents. So I don't really have to worry about condensation and stuff like that. In the blue bag, I've got the Rainfly. In the little yellow bag, dry bag, I've got my camping quilt. The little blue bag right there, I've got some dirty clothes. And then here, the big black bag, I've got some clothes, plural, about 5 pairs of socks, 5 pair of sock liners, 7 pairs of underwear, a pair of pants, shorts, and then two other shirts, quick dry shirts, you know, athletic shirts. And then I also have a towel. I didn't think I would need it, but since I'm doing a cart this time around, oh yeah, I've also got this, which is it's pretty cool. It's a tripod. I've used it. It folds up into so it folds up. Let me see if I can do it without, nope, I can't do it. There we go. It folds up into a lightsaber sized deal, and then it has a remote. So if I wanted to connect my Bluetooth and then hit that, it'll let me start or stop a video. Moving on, I have right here, I have my tobacco bag. I am a smoker and I'm addicted. Nicotine, caffeine, there's several different things I need to maintain my well-being. It's got some lighters, some rolling papers, a backup pipe. I've got a spork. You don't have to get a spork or eating utensil. You can get a spoon or a stick, but I just it's a comfort item. Then I've got some medicine in a head bug net. And then, let's see, that black bag right there, Terami, is a poncho, rainproof poncho. I haven't had a chance to wear it. I don't typically walk in the rain if I can help it. The first bin I have is my food. And it's got some extra dry bags and some medicine in it. It's kind of like a catch-all kind of thing if I've got room. But I found that when I was homeless in Portland years ago, that to have a bin that was airtight, or at least somewhat airtight, really helps with keeping rodents and mice, even though a mouse did burrow through my tent the other day. Because you're in your tent for a couple days, you get lazy, you put some food in a bag and you leave it. And then, you know, overnight the smell of it, whatever. Anyway, so I've got that. That's handy. I've got my toiletries here. I put all my shampoo into a Coke bottle or a Code Red bottle because the cap is not going to spontaneously come off like the regular shampoo bottles do. I've got like a little med kit, which is Bandaids, paper tape, first aid cream, stuff like that. I've got some toilet wipes. I've got some, I guess, foot powder, Vaseline, just in case I have chafe. I did buy this little, it's like a speed stick kind of thing, but it's for chafe, and it has really helped, even though it was super expensive for something so small. And then I have my main toiletries in the last bag over there, which are basically deodorant, a mirror, scissors, little small clippers, um, stuff like that. Now, coming over to the left a little bit, I've got the first bag is what I keep, the blue bag, that's what I keep my electronics in. Basically, I don't have much. I've got some plugs, some cords, and some battery packs. Over there, you can see I've got my two solar panels. The one on the right works actually better than the one on the left, but I use them both. And when I'm walking, I put them on the back of the cart, and so it charges all day. And this little bin over here is kind of like for my tools. I've got a little patch kit just in case I get a flat. I've got an air pump, a little miniature one, just some miscellaneous stuff. Then I've got two little backpacks. Like for instance, one of them is my tent bag, is what I call a tent bag, so that if I need to do a stealth camp, all I need to grab out of the cart is that gray backpack, and it'll have some snacks in it, it'll have some drinks, it'll have, I've got some medicine in it, I've got, everything that I need for just that night, right? Usually I'll have one of the batteries in there, battery backups, and so that works for me. And then I have another one just for whatever. Back there, you'll see that I've got a huge backpack. And I've got that as a just-in-case measure. I don't know how long how far my cart is going to take me, but I have some backup plans just in case, like the axle breaks or something like that, and I can't fix it. Then I'll have to kind of bury stuff that I want to hide for a while and take off with my backpack. But I've got solar panels over there. I got 2 pairs of shoes plus the ones I'm wearing. Over there, I got the shoes at a really, really super cheap price. They were discontinued, so I decided to go ahead and buy them and bring them along, even though they take up a lot of space. And then right there, I've got my journal, which sometimes helps if I want to jot some ideas down. And then underneath it, I've got a laptop and a laptop case with my cord. I haven't really used that. I haven't really found the need for it, but I want to have it just in case. I might get some web design work or something like that while I'm on the road, and I will need that. Just below, I have some winter. I have a hoodie on right now, but I've got my winter puff jacket and like a knit cap and some gloves and stuff like that. And in the last week, I've needed them. And from what I understand, it's supposed to get down to like 29 by Tuesday, which is it's just gonna be for a couple days, but I'm really gonna want that. Those yellow things are foam tires, just in case. Foam tires, just in case, I get tired of fixing flats or whatever. Over here in the cart, I've got, I went ahead and invested in some of these tire liners. So they're green little plastic pieces that go in between the tube and the tire to keep from, I haven't really gone that far, so I don't know. The reason I have okay, so I have tires over there, I have backup tubes, I have the foam tubes, and I got the tire liners, is, I would put the foam tires in, but they don't put a whole lot of tension on the spokes. And, if you watched my video from 8 years ago about my wobbly peasant cart, you'll see that basically it has about the same size tires, but the problem is I had foam tires and I was going up hills and stuff, and you know, running from the road to a stealth camp, and they just, you know, there's not enough tension. Like with air in it, puts tension on the tire, or on the, you know, the spokes. So anyway, I've got I've got backups for all that just in case. And we'll see how that goes. And I've got backup tobacco, 2 bags. When I run out of that, I'm gonna have to do it hobo style, which is basically pick up a shorty off the side of the road and smoke that. Because I've tried to quit smoking and it's just a non-issue. It's not a thing I can do. And I've got a leash over there, a little orange leash, in case I come across a dog that wants to join me in my trek across the United States. And it also acts as a handy line if I need it to strap things up. But that's pretty much it. Let's look at the cart. So the cart here is a little different than a lot of people use that are walking across the states. They do the push cart, and I started out with one. I got my sign here, but it's got a fair amount of space. As you can see, 1, 2, it'll probably fit 4 gallons across, and then you just cover it up. I added this this framework, and then what I do is I am in the right here, and that belt that hangs down, I can put it over my shoulder, and the weight of this goes on the tires or on the axle, so it's pretty lightweight overall, even for my out of shape self. But you know, it's sturdy, and I had the exact same cart as a rickshaw, walking from, what was it, Shreveport, Louisiana to Greenville, Texas, and I didn't have any problems with it. That was about 300 miles or something. And so, but yeah, that's my setup. I'm pretty happy with it. Most of the stuff on the left-hand side, I don't necessarily need. Like if I was planning, you know, if I could save money better and things like that, I would probably just need this stuff right here in my cart. But because I'm unsure of the future, all this extra stuff is what I would bring. But that's my stuff. Oh, and I've also got a milk crate, because, you know, you just want a place to sit down without, it's cheaper than a camp stool, and I'm heavier than most camp stools will handle. But anyway, Hobo Yeti signing off.